G'day everybody and welcome to the House of Mario, the South Australian Nintendo podcast that is backed by a 120 Power Star rating. I'm your host Drew Agnew and the doors to episode 317 are open. Today on the show is the first episode since the Nintendo Switch 2, so Josh and I are going to have a chat about it. We've been playing it all weekend and my gosh, it's been a bit of fun. Josh, how you going? Of course, Josh or JT if you like. I'm just too excited to get into it. How you going, Josh?
Drew, I'm very well, thank you. Hello, everyone listening and watching. We made it, guys. Switch 2, it's here. It exists. It's in our hands.
We live to see Switch 2. Great. Thank God.
Woohoo! Yay!
The day would never
let's
happen.
Talk about the Switch 2 Pro. When's that happening, guys?
Yeah, when's it happening? I saw some new leaks, Josh. Let's break these down.
Yeah, definitely not. Been loving my Switch 2 piece of hardware. It's been way too long.
I have too. It feels like I was thinking about how to sum it up, and honestly, it just feels like I'm home. You know, I'm like a Nintendo platform. Like, we're in the modern era, and how long that will last for, I don't know. But for right now, it feels good. It feels good to be, playing games on Switch 2, and for the most part, it's just been Mario Kart for me, and testing out some backwards compatibility things, which have all been very, very impressed by. I'm very happy with. But I thought we'll just get into it, Josh. Just like, what was our experience picking the thing up? You got to experience a midnight launch. I got to experience what EB Games classified as a breakfast launch. And actually, typically, it's a bit earlier than when I have breakfast. But I didn't get breakfast either, Josh. No bacon and eggs, nothing like that. Because I know you're hyping me up a little bit. You're like, they're going to give you bacon and eggs.
I want
I'm
some
like,
bacon.
I doubt it, but now I'm expecting it. Mr. EB Games manager, where is my bacon and eggs? I expected like a barbecue at the front, just filling up the shopping centre with smoke, but it was not there, unfortunately. But how's your midnight launch, man? How did it all go?
So very lucky to have one for EB Games here in Adelaide. I was at the Rundle Mall store, and there was about 100 other people with me lining up for their Switch 2s. So apparently it opened from 9 p.m, but we got there, I reckon, just after 11, maybe 10 past 11 or so. So we made sure we got our ticket to have paid off all the items, which was good. So everyone who rocked up, make sure your balance is zero, you paid it all off, you get a receipt with some pink markings on it, and when it comes at midnight, you can hand that in, and they know what you paid for and just give it to you, which would have saved a lot of time instead of having to, bother trying to settle the debts come midnight. So it was really fun, actually, because I bumped into a few people we knew. So we stood like in line for over an hour, but it didn't feel like it did because caught up with some really good people. Alex, Indie XP, was in the lineup as well, so that was really fun. Hung out with him for the Switch 2 experience. I and him had a really fun day together, so this is great to sort of be in line with him for this as well. So nothing else happened outside of just lining up, picking it up. Nothing. EB didn't do like some game sessions. I saw some other mascots in some other promos that EB Games had done, so nothing like that. You just picked it up and left, but I still had a really good time. 30 people or so in the Fast Pass line, and they all got their stuff within 6 minutes of it turning midnight. So before 12:06, they all had their stuff, and the non-Fast Pass people then got to go in.
The plebs.
I should have paid Drew, I should have paid $49 extra, so I could have got my Switch 2 nearly 6 minutes earlier.
You feel like the fool now. Absolutely.
Yeah, well. So, there was 30 people or so in the Fast Pass line. I was probably about 15 to 20 deep in the normal line, so I was probably halfway in the line overall. We didn't have to wait too much longer after that, and we got my grubby little hands on it on the Switch 2. So that was great. The only funny and sketchy thing is you get a few different people at night, especially in the city, and so we walked past them on the way to the store, and just like, on the way back I'm going to have to walk past them now with my bag full of goodies of Switch 2 goodness. And so like joking in my head, what can I catapult at these people if they try to mug me? I can throw the camera or the carry case at them as I hold Michaela's hand and run with my Switch 2 and escape to the car. But didn't have to avoid any. We didn't have to worry about any of that. They were not there when we came back. But it was fun. I've never experienced that for a game release or for a console launch, and so yeah, just an extra little cool thing that meant I could get it early, got to download system transfer, download the games, and record some videos. So it was fun.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a lot of fun. You were mentioning before that it's like, oh, it's a bit of a hassle getting to the city and getting home, like, at midnight and all of that. But it is worth the effort because it is mainly just the
It
memories.
is.
Like, it's a major, Switch 2 is going to be a major part of your life going forward, just as far as like you as a gamer and the content you make about it and everything. So it's kind of worth like going that extra mile to get those memories about it. Because, yeah, if it was just like a toaster or maybe a computer that you need for work or something, you probably won't go to as much effort to get the brand new thing in those categories. But yeah, for me, I would have done the exact same thing if I had a midnight launch, gone and done it and all of that. But you got home, you recorded an unboxing video on that. What time did you actually get to bed? Because I don't know if I could sleep. If I went to a midnight launch, I don't know if I could actually go to bed. There's no way if I've got Mario Kart and then you switch there. I'm like, all right, time.
So I got to bed just after 3 a.m. I reckon. So
Yeah, that's not
recorded
too bad.
it, unboxed it, did the downloads, did a bit of knockout tour, and then just got to the stage where like I'm pretty tired now, and I needed to get up like 3 hours later to take Michaela to work because I needed the car that day to do some other stuff, picking up her Switch from JB, and then the Pro controller which I pre-ordered there. It was a bit of a mess how we did it in the end, but so I needed the car, so I had 3 hours of sleep that day. And then the next day, I had to drop Michaela off at the airport because she went to Melbourne. So I had like 4 hours sleep that day. So those first couple of days of the weekend was pretty, the Thursday and Friday, I was pretty sleep deprived at that stage. But definitely worth it. Kind of like, I felt like, I don't know, adrenaline and just sort of the sheer excitement of it all kind of kept me going.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the morning I woke up, 6 o'clock, it didn't take me too much to get up. Like if that was just a normal work day, I would have snoozed it a couple of times, but I actually think I did end up snoozing it maybe once because like I had a late night that night too. Even though I didn't have a midnight launch or anything, I was actually like in the Nintendo Maniacs Discord, just like watching other people like posting their like pictures at their midnight launch.
Everyone
and
got around it.
I'm like, oh man, like, when I see like, Zach's picture and your picture come in, like,
Dan switching it up. He had a lot of stuff as well. Cool
Yeah.
to see. Yeah, it was good.
I'm like, oh dude, it's really here. People have it. And the excitement was just growing. So yeah, I set my alarm for 6 o'clock and I was a little bit late to the EB Games. I wanted to be there before 7, but I ended up getting there at 7:02. So when I got there, I got in line. There was 3 people ahead of me. So 2 people already being served and 1 other person waiting. And I would have waited for maybe 2 minutes max. My cousin actually rocked up.
Long.
My cousin rocked up and he's like, oh, look, I expected to see him there because he was talking before that he was getting one. So talked to him for not very long and he laughed at me that I had like a tub. I brought a tub in instead of like buying bags there or something. I just, got that for all my accessories that I got because I got like the Pro controller and camera and, the Amiibo and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm like, I'll just take in this tub, fill it up.
Yeah. Hey, you're being pragmatic. It makes sense.
That's right. It looks funny because it's like, oh my God, how much stuff you're getting. But it didn't fill it as much as I thought it was, but just because purely everything is like a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. Like the Switch box was smaller.
It was small, wasn't
it?
The
Pro controller was pretty small. The camera's pretty small. So it wasn't like egregious or anything like that, but it was enough to save $1 on bags.
Almost too small, Drew, with all the punctured screens for getting through that Switch 2 box.
That's right. I can happily say no just staples or anything through my screen, which is nice. I don't understand why anybody would do that. So that was like one GameStop in New York somewhere, I believe that all that reporting come from. But yeah, that manager must be in hot water, if not just completely gone.
Crazy that they decided to do that. Pretty comical as well, but yeah.
Yeah. So I got to say, like, I joke around, like, with my EB Games manager, but, he doesn't look like he wants to be there. He looks a bit grumpy most of the time, but they've never done me wrong, my local EB Games. I really appreciate them.
That's good.
I appreciate doing the pre-orders and, like, everything I pre-ordered. Even I pre-ordered a HDMI cable, like, that night, and that was ready to go as well. So I'm like,
Yeah.
just hats off to them. They do absolutely fantastic work. So thank you very much for my local EB Games.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, never done me wrong.
Keeping Drew sane.
Keeping me sane, that's right.
Saving him a very long drive.
That's right.
Actually, or you just go to the Big W nearby.
Well, don't know. Don't know if they would have had any. I never went there.
Didn't need
Didn't
to.
have to go there.
Didn't
I got
need
all
to.
my stuff at EB Games. I do it at my local game retailer, and didn't have to go to Big W. So I would have gone to Big W if I was getting physical games, but no, I wasn't getting any physical games, so it's all good. I would have had to wait an hour for Big W as well. Like if it was open at the same time, because it opens at 8 o'clock, I would have had a bit of a gander in just to see what's going on the other side.
Yes.
See what the game cases and all that look like, and
see if there's any accessories they have that EB didn't. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't, but who knows? They might have something real special.
You don't know for sure. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, no, it was a good experience overall. I heard some stories of some not so fortunate deliveries going on. Obviously, the staples over in the States, and orders from Walmart as well, getting like Pringles and Cokes included with it. That's pretty nice.
I love it. It's so different. Why the hell not? But yeah.
Yeah. But pretty good here so far from EB Games. Anyway, I don't know anybody who's like, oh yeah, I had my pre-order with Big W or someone. It's like I couldn't rely on that. There'll be no way because they don't. When I order games through them, they don't ship until like a week afterwards. They're so slack. I don't know what's going on with Big W shipping. Like, give it the time. Christ almighty.
This day and age, that's not good enough really.
Nah, they're like, look, come to our shop, otherwise you're a second-rate citizen buying online. Which, I don't know, fair enough if they're focusing on their stores. I don't really know.
I don't know. Seems like the wrong way for them to usually go.
Yeah, probably not the best attitude for a store. Like, just online doesn't matter. But yeah, it's been a fun week, and we've actually been catching up quite a bit with Game Chat as well, which has been quite a surprise feature.
It's been cool.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I haven't really. I was looking forward to it, but just like the ease of it, and just like us chatting together, playing Mario Kart, hanging out, and it's been really good. So I'm keen to talk about that a little bit later as well. But what's been your main focus on the Switch too? Because like for me, it's just been Mario Kart. So a lot of my experience is playing Mario Kart and going through some backwards compatible titles. So I haven't really pushed it with anything like Cyberpunk or anything like that just yet. I'll get into that probably next week. But it's been a lot of Mario Kart, and just like the overall hardware, actually having it in like the house now, it feels really nice. Like I can't stop just like taking the Joy-Cons on and off. Just like that snap
satisfying
just sounds
snap, isn't it? It just
so
sinks into
satisfying.
place. The magnets just it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. You try and move it to pull it out, and it's not going anywhere. So premium is the word I've heard a lot of people describe this, which I totally agree with. It just feels that much more like better and quality over what the original Switch had. It reminds me, like the OLED felt like a big quality upgrade. I don't have one, but Michaela, my wife, has one, and I'm always looking at it, and I pick it up, and this feels quality. And so I think the Switch 2 is obviously going along that path even more so now. So, I really appreciate how nice and snazzy everything looks. So it's just the little minute details, like, the Joy-Cons and the tablet, there's no little annoying gap anymore. It's just all in one kind of thing. So if you didn't really know, you'd think it's all one device. So for someone unsuspecting, you're like, this is all one thing. And so like even the buttons feel really nice to click and press. The control sticks here are great too, and then the Pro controller. Like I don't think I've had such a nice feeling controller in terms of the sticks and the buttons, and like I just love the mold of the Pro controller. That actual mold, it just feels so comfortable and sturdy in my hand. So this is like feeling like it's really nice, refined gaming stuff at the moment. So I'm really enjoying the upgrade for that reason.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'll definitely use the word premium and sleek. Like, as somebody who like really appreciates that, feeling in devices. Like, I really like Apple devices, for example. Like, I love the feeling of the Switch too. Like, you mentioned the Joy-Cons. Like, I love how they barely wobble. Like, there's probably a tiny bit of wobble in there.
A little. And I don't want to push it, but yeah, it's slightly there.
Yeah, but yeah, it feels great. That was a major hang up I've had with my, other switches is just like the wobble. So like I liked going to the Switch Lite just to have it as the full unit, but
Yeah.
now that's gone, which is really nice. And like the buttons, I love the clickiness of the face buttons and the D-pad. The sticks feel great. Like some people prefer like a full stick. I'm more than fine with like this more shallow stick on the Joy-Cons, purely just because if it doesn't really make a difference to me and it does fit in the bag a lot easier. Like there's something like with the Steam Deck I had problems with. It's just trying to like slip it into a bag without a case on. It's just like, that taller stick, it just meant that you get in the way a bit more.
Just sticks on stuff a bit more as you try and place it in. Yeah, I've been switching between the Pro Controller and then the Joy-Con 2's inner grip. And like every time I've done it, moving from the Pro Controller to the Joy-Cons in the grip, it's been a little bit like, oh yeah, the sticks aren't as long here, and you kind of got to get used to it slightly. But then once I start racing,
sure,
like you get used to it. So, but
yeah, definitely, I definitely prefer the Pro Controller sticks. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah. So you almost wonder whether if they did include the normal sticks, what it would be like. But yeah, there's definitely some downfalls to it. But the Joy-Con 2s are great in the grip still. Like they feel a lot better than the originals in their grip because I never really enjoyed that. But this one, like I do enjoy still.
Yeah. So have you used the grip much? Because I literally, this might be the third or second time I've put them into the grip. I've never actually used it for the games.
Okay.
I definitely think it's a viable option. Like I mentioned, maybe like after the experience, like if you don't have cash to spend after launch on like a Pro Controller, it's definitely a viable option if you want to play
100%.
like this. But for me, like I still much prefer just having them both in my hands, just playing like this. Like, yeah, I haven't done it for a while with the like original Switch, but it's definitely the way I prefer to play with the Joy-Cons. That's just a personal taste thing, but I definitely feel like it's a better option than it was before because like I mentioned, I just almost threw that thing away. I'm not playing with this thing, but I would with this if I had to. But I've just got
good. It's the second player co-op controller because the Pro Controller's first, and then you attach the Joy-Con 2s and attach them to a grip, or do what you did, one in each hand, or if you got a third player, then you got to split the Joy-Cons up and one to each person. So I haven't done that yet.
I haven't either. No,
I should try that though.
Oh, actually, I did a little bit today. I tried to play Mario Kart with Lucas, my 3-year-old son, with the wheels. So the wheel accessories that you can get.
Oh, how'd that go?
Well, it didn't go that well. He didn't understand it at all.
No.
I put all the assists on.
That's all right.
And of course it's all right. He'll learn.
He'll get there.
You'll get there.
Just got to train him up.
I'm like, look, you turn like this, and that's all you need to do because everything else is done for you. Auto accelerate, auto steer,
all that.
Auto use items. You just gotta turn, buddy. That's all you gotta do. He will get there in due time. But it was cool using it that way. It was the wheels are actually kind of a nice little grip for like single Joy-Cons because they got the two bumper button enhancers at the back, so they actually work as pretty good just controllers. I can still hold it like a normal controller. I could probably play like Smash Brothers or all sorts of things on it really, because it just it gives you a better grip. It's in a weird shape. It looks like a wheel, obviously, but they're kind of good just for that. So, they might get some use yet. Who knows?
Yeah, I thought probably. I'd say so. Get the friends
justified
over.
Anyway.
Yeah,
that's right. You get the wheel. You get the wheel. We're playing like God knows what, and they're just playing with a Joy-Con wheel. But
give it a go.
So no, I don't know. Yeah, the hardware feels great, and I'm happy I still feel that way, even though we're not at an event and feeling it's at a controlled environment by Nintendo, like actually getting out the box ourselves and getting to experience. It feels awesome. So hopefully this feeling sticks around for a while, because I do know that like I had that feeling for a long time with the original Switch, but it eventually did fade after the hardware gets older and expectations get higher, and we get to see other products from other companies. So hopefully this feeling sticks around, because we got if people have been paying attention to like the Xbox news today, a brand new Asus ROG Ally got announced in collaboration with Xbox, and there's a lot of sort of excitement about that with people. It's like, it is more integrated into Xbox. There's less sort of Windows problems. It is more focused on the games. But as somebody who's gone down that rabbit hole before, looking at the Asus ROG Ally and the Steam Deck and things, it's just like it's so inconvenient. Like it's nice that you can literally take it with you, but you can't suspend your game. Like if my baby cries, it's like, well, my game's buggered. I just got to put it down, or hope it doesn't crash when I put it into what's essentially like a laptop standby mode and all this type of thing. So they've got a lot to fix, over on that side, on the PC Windows gaming side. So I'm kind of like not interested, but eventually throughout the lifetime of the Switch 2, these other devices potentially will get there where they will be convenient, easily turn on, easily suspend, all of this. And they will be kept up to date with, I guess, the latest hardware, because they release every freaking second. So people will have like a lot of choices. But right now, at the launch of Switch 2, feel very good about it. I just want to play all my games on this. Even like we're looking at new James Bond game, First Light, got announced at the PlayStation State of Play. I'm like, look, depending on what it runs like, which I'm sure it'll be good enough, I'll want to play it on Switch 2. Borderlands 4, want to play it on Switch 2. Civ 7, Hitman, like all of these games that are coming to it already come to it. I'm like, I want to play it here. And you mentioned the Pro Controller. A lot of the big reason for that is like that Pro Controller might be the most comfiest, most satisfying controller I've ever held.
Yeah, it's
like, and I don't say that lightly, because like I think the DualSense is fantastic. I use the DualSense Edge. It's really nice. It's got like obviously wonderful haptic feedback and the pulse triggers and all of that type of thing. I think that's a great controller, but I don't know, man. This one, just the silky feeling of it. The sticks are the best sticks I've ever used. I've always loved the face buttons on the Switch Pro Controller, and these ones just enhance that just that little bit more. Just a nice mushy, clicky feeling.
Yeah.
It just all feels great.
The shape of it, I prefer compared to the PlayStation's.
The shape is awesome. Yeah, just so comfy.
Yeah, like the PlayStation's is like the PS5's is the best they've done in terms of shape and feel of a PlayStation controller, because I've always felt they felt a bit like not quite there. So the PS5 one's better than all of the others, but this one's just like Pro Controller's just my favorite. It just feels right whenever I got my hands on it. I
think the Pro Controller, it's more similar to an Xbox controller, and the Xbox Series controller is awesome. I love the shape and all of that controller as well. But yeah, I just feel like the Pro Controller for me is like that little bit more comfortable, and like just the feeling of the buttons is much better too. Like Xbox's is quite loud and clacky compared to this one, which is very quiet. Even like the sticks. Yeah. Like I don't have the Pro Controller on me right now. It's just over the other side of the room. But on the Joy-Con, for example, if you like click around the sticks, like it's really quiet. Like what they've done is like really quite impressive. If you're able to do that demonstration, Josh, since you're holding it, you'll do the stick sound on your Pro Controller.
Just like
that. How quiet is that? How quiet is that? Like Josh is just going ham on it. If that was a GameCube controller, you'll be able to hear it from the other side of the house.
Yeah, really would. This is the normal controller. Pro Controller for Switch 1.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more louder.
So I don't know. It just
yeah.
It feels
subtle, but good.
You sound like a maniac when you're trying to describe these types of things, but it's so true. Like
somebody it's just these little things that iteratively make it a much better, enjoyable experience. And so yeah, I'm really like that's my controller there. I just want to. I kind of want to have more now to eventually give to others and when they come over to play the game. So I'm probably going to buy 4 of them eventually. Can't wait for the special editions that to eventually come out.
Yeah, I think the special editions might have to be a bit more special on this one than Switch 1, because the ones on Switch 1, they were pretty boring. Like the Splatoon ones were okay. They just had a bit of splash over the clear plastic.
Yeah.
But then like probably the best one for me would be like the Tears of the Kingdom one. And even that one, they're not crazy. Like if you compare them,
it's really nice, but it
is just like
fundamentally, does it?
Yeah, it is just like a normal Pro Controller with like the decal on it, whereas like you look at especially Xbox, but both Xbox and PlayStation, their special edition controllers are quite special. Like the
Yeah.
Astrobot controller,
Or
that
just
was
not different colors. You know, they've got a lot of just different colors,
yeah, even just their normal different
Yeah.
colors.
which is what they Nintendo do with the Joy Cons, but less so, or not at all with the Pro controller.
Yeah. So if they want another, how much are they? $130? Is that how much they are?
119, I think I paid for mine.
119? Is that how much they were? Yeah. So if you want another $119 from Josh and I, chuck out a different color. All right, Josh, what color? What color do you want? They'll make it for you.
Color or Metroid?
Yeah, Metroid.
Metroid
That'd be
would
the
do
one.
it for me. If they did a Metroid Prime 4 crossover, so if they did like the purple kind of
Ooh.
coloring of the Beyond logo, orange or purple, I think would really fascinate me. But my favorite color is green, so anything like that's gonna tide me over easily.
Yeah, nice.
How about you?
Like a bright red one. I really want
Yeah.
red controllers, and I've been disappointed in the past because like the PlayStation, they did like a whatever they called it, red color, and it looked awesome. Then I bought it, and it was nowhere near as bright red as the box was. I like put them next to each other. I'm like, it's the wrong one in the box. Like it was so misleading. It was absolutely crazy. So, but Xbox, they have a really nice red one. So
Yep.
if they're going to do just colors, just a red one, maybe a Mario themed one, that'd be great as well.
Yeah.
Because I loved the Mario Edition original Switch that I got. And yeah, that color, especially like with the new matte sort of texture on it, would be very nice.
It's really good, yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to go like a generic Mario one if I've got to go a franchise. But of course, probably if they do any franchise, which they put a decent amount of effort into it, I'm probably going to be a fan of it. So I probably want one. But yeah, it's not a cheap controller though, and that's the only thing. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're the same price as the standard Pro controllers, I feel. I know they're maybe a bit cheaper now, but like, yeah,
And
brand
they
new
weren't
one
cheap,
was
though.
were
They
19,
weren't cheap either, though.
119, yeah.
I was in a different place back when those come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these days, yeah.
Didn't have two kids and all that.
Yeah,
Games didn't cost $120.
You got a few more things going on. Yes.
Yeah.
Love
Man.
it.
But yeah, I was going to bring up something about the. So yeah, you had a bit of a problem with your screen protector as well. Did you end up getting that fixed?
Not yet. So,
Not yet?
So yeah, I got the carrying case, but just the small one that slips over the console itself. And I tried to apply the screen protector that comes with it. But I stuffed it up, and it's got too many air bubbles when I try to apply it. So I need to go to one of those phone stores and get them to do it and see if they can get it right. So I just haven't done that yet. So the Switch 2 hasn't left the house really. So I need to, but you know, I could drop it or I could get something on it. So I do need to do it. I would feel better. So maybe tomorrow I get it done. But yeah,
Just peace of mind. That's all they are. Like
Yeah.
realistically, you're not gonna. If you drop it on the side, it's not like a phone. It is got like enough on the side to actually break the side
it
rather
won't
than
help a
just
staple
go straight
though.
to the
That's
screen.
still going to go through. So
It won't help a staple. No, absolutely
No.
not. I was really happy that I got like a screen protector with like a guide that you put over like the actual Switch, and then you drop the screen protector into it. You lay it down. All I had to do literally was run my finger along the middle of it, and it just went.
so
I
good.
took it off, and I just did one corner, just pushed that in a little bit more,
And that was it.
and I was done. I was
That's
like,
pretty good.
thank God. And it's the best
yeah.
application I've ever done because I literally can't see. You won't be able to see it on the camera, but
No air bubbles.
no air bubbles, and you can't even see where I applied it. Like it just lines right up. And I can tell you right now, on my OLED and a few of my other devices, you can definitely see where the screen protector isn't quite lined up. That's why I always go to those phone shops and get them to do my phone because I'm pretty useless at it.
Yeah. Nice.
But,
Well, yeah. Like I said, it's peace of mind, isn't it? Doing it, and yeah, if it's there, might as well attach it. You haven't noticed any difference in terms of your handheld looking through this screen protector over the case, over the console. Sorry.
No, well, I guess not because I hadn't turned it on before I put the screen protector on.
So you don't know.
I don't know, but it looks
You're none the wiser.
It looks fine to me. My eyes are a little bit fussy when it comes to some of that stuff. So
Yep.
I look at it and go, looks good.
Looks good to me.
Maybe it looks better in some cases. I don't know. Could enhance it. I could take it off. And, oh my god, this screen looks horrendous.
That looks horrendous. What the
It
hell's
could
going
be like
on?
a pair of glasses just onto the screen protector, but don't think so.
No.
I thought I'd better bring this up too. I'll just bring it up on the podcast. That a lot of people on sort of, I had a video on YouTube go like do pretty well, like a few thousand views just on this. What's it called? Skull and Co. Switch 2 standing case.
Yeah, nice.
A lot of people like in my more recent video being like, "Hey, look, are you going to do a review on it?" And I might, but I don't get that much time to sit down and do like videos. So I'll use this opportunity just to say that yes, the case is good. It fits really well. You'll be able to see. Well, I'll just tell you, you won't be able to see. This is the podcast, but all the cutouts work really good for like the buttons, the ventilation, the game card, and all of that. And it does sit up by itself, mind you. If you blow on it or tap the table or something, it will fall over. It stands up pretty flimsily. It won't stand up like the kickstand does. It will have to be on a solid surface. But the main reason why you'd want one of these is to add like little handles, a little bit more grip to the case. And honestly, it feels great. For that reason, I paid 40 Australian bucks for it. And I'm pretty happy with that purchase. It feels good. But I haven't used it that much purely because you can't dock it. It does not fit in the dock. And I've been docking it and playing handheld mode quite a bit. And honestly, in portable mode, the Switch 2 to me feels good. Feels fine. It feels better with like a grip on it. But as far as me using the versatility of the system, like having it charging, then just picking it up, playing a couple of races of Mario Kart, putting it back into charging, I haven't used it purely because of that. But if I'm going away somewhere or something like that, I probably will use this case because it like offers like basically like a lid, like protection to the top. So that goes on real easy. Make sure the triggers are in when you push it in. Then it becomes like a little slimline case, which is really useful. Which I really like my Steam Deck for as well. It is sort of weird at the back. They've got like a cutout for the Switch 2 logo. I'm like, it is really not that important to have a cutout for the Switch 2 logo because that's just going to rub that's just going to rub and scratch in your backpack. That's a dumb
why can't
idea.
they print their own Switch 2 logo on it? Or is that too much? They can't do that because it's not Nintendo official.
Yeah, they probably can't. It's probably not Nintendo official. But yeah, like their other cases didn't do that. For example, I've got like a Neo grip that they used to do, and I've got a few Switch Lite ones from them as well. I bought a fair few stuff from them. But yeah, none of them have done that, which it kind of beats the point of it. Like the whole thing is mainly to protect it and also give you a grip. Whereas, yeah, they're just leaving like a big gaping hole there for no reason. There's no camera cutout there. There's none of that. So just a little bit frustrating in some ways. But apart from that, I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. It's not the most expensive grip in the world and it offers like a lot of versatility and stuff. Yeah. The only thing is, yes, it doesn't dock and it's got that cutout at the back. So if that's a deal breaker, no good. But yes, it is very comfy. Good. So cool.
What you want, for sure.
Yeah. Were you thinking about any grips or anything for your Switch 2, or you're pretty happy in handheld mode?
I did have one for my Switch, but again, I just don't play handheld enough to warrant it. So, yeah, I was just like feeling it again. I played a bit of handheld this morning while we were watching something on TV, and it feels really comfy to me. So, yeah, I'm not really that fussed because I'm going to be doing it probably 10% of the time. And when I do have it docked, I've got the Pro Controller, baby. So that's all I need.
Beautiful. Yeah, very nice. I did get like the official Nintendo case too.
Yes.
Like, because I probably will take it around without it too. I don't know just yet, but I shall see, I guess. But the thing with this one too is like, obviously, like if I'm taking it out and I'm going to be like playing Cyberpunk and it's like my experience, that's all good and dandy. But if I'm like, all right, I want to share the Joy-Cons around and do like the typical Switch thing and all of that, the case has to come off for that anyway.
Yep. So
yeah, it just depends what I'm doing, I guess.
Yeah, nice.
Probably won't stay on there all the time, but maybe if I'm in for a big handheld game session, we'll go on then. Yeah. Because there's other cases too. There's one from D-Brand, and that has like basically like separate grips for the Joy-Cons, so they can still come on and off, even though they're in a case. So there's like 3 parts of the case. So that could be an option for if you want a bit more versatility, but that one also doesn't fit into the dock without like a separate adapter. I think the Neo grip from Skull & Co. does fit in the dock from what I've seen in pictures, but yeah, it just depends on like if you want to be taking it in and out and how much you're playing portable and how much you're docking and all that, just what it comes down to. But
what it comes down to for sure.
It seems like a dock or a case, that's more custom just to playing portably if you don't mind taking it in and out. Like it doesn't take much to take in and out. It doesn't take much to put it in either. It just takes like take it off, I put it back in. Yeah, pretty simple.
Yep. Snap.
Yeah.
Nice.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a recommendation, but it's also like, it depends on just how you use the system.
Yep. I'd recommend the carry case, the all-in-one as well. If you're looking to like portably move all your stuff from one house to the other. I was pretty impressed by this.
Yeah, I'm trying to get mine, but here it is.
Did you know?
It's heavier than I thought.
Did you know you can take the cradle or the fittings in the bottom because it's all Velcro? And if you just
I haven't looked into it that much.
If you just wanted to transport a GameCube, for example, you just take the stuff off in the middle, and it's just an empty box. And it works.
Interesting. I didn't. Yeah, I never looked into that.
Yeah, I only just realised as well. So I did an unboxing video for those wondering, but had a few people ask questions and wonder about things. But yeah, off it comes. And then there's just the box.
Oh, it just comes off as one big chunk.
Yeah. Yep, because I've got the Velcro sides.
I was thinking like, I don't really want to lose my spot. Like, I don't really want to lose the segments. But yeah, it's all just one, so it won't even matter.
Yep.
Interesting.
And then the markings, it sort of has its symbol to indicate what goes in there in each certain section.
Yep.
And the zipper at the top. So it's really great. Yep. Good quality kind of product.
Yeah. Like, my Switch 2 hasn't left the house yet either, and it sounds like yours hasn't yet. But
not quite yet.
Yeah. You'll be doing some gaming nights. You'll be packing her all up and chucking her in the bag and taking her to friends' places.
Yes. Yeah, I'm that guy. So I will be bringing it. And because it, plays all the Jackbox games, still my Switch 1 games carry over. Just can still use it for that. So happy days.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like, for me, I've still got my spare dock in here. I haven't set up the dock at this monitor yet.
Just left it in there. Yep.
Yeah, so I left it in there, and I've got a few of my Nintendo Switch Online controllers that I got as well. Got the Mega Drive one and the Super Nintendo one, which I'll eventually get to playing. There's a lot to play at the moment, so I don't know if I need to go and play Super Nintendo games, but yeah, got the wires in there.
Yeah, maybe not at the moment. No.
Have you when you take your Switch, have you got like a spare AC adapter to take with you? Because you have to like unplug the whole kick the booter, won't you?
No, I unplug it all. Yeah. It's I'm just it's not in an awkward spot for me at the moment with my one up here, so it works out all right. But I can see if it's in your TV or something behind your TV. If that was one you're taking, that would get annoying pretty fast.
Yeah, you'd be like leaning towards the back of the TV, and you've got to like set it back up again.
Yeah, that's right.
You'd be like, oh goodness gracious, goodness gracious. Is it even worth going to Frank's house?
Is he really going to appreciate what I'm doing for him?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Frank doesn't understand all this money you're spending, all the risk you're taking it, transporting it over. No.
It's crazy risk.
Stuff you, Frank.
You'll never.
Well, you could get mugged. You could get robbed.
Could.
You could drop it.
You could. So many outcomes for the scary. I don't like it. What other accessories did you get? Obviously, we got the camera. Because how could we get a Switch 2 without the camera, Josh?
Guess what I'm recording with right now, Drew?
Are you really?
No.
Oh.
No. I'd be a lot more pixelated if that was the case. But it's possible. That can be used as a webcam.
It's funny because when you first join the chat, I'm like, oh, you look a little bit different. And I think it's purely because like you've had a shave and your moustache has come back a little bit.
I've had a haircut.
And you've had a haircut.
I'm using the Sony camera here, so it probably looks a bit clearer if that is the case
as well. So your camera is literally different.
It's a different camera, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was going to say, like, you look different in a lot of ways then. You've got a new camera, your face is shaved, you've got a haircut.
Thank you. So, yeah.
So, yeah. No, I was right
all with the rebrand, Drew. It's all better.
Is that the rebranded haircut?
Yep. Camera, haircut, all of it's part of the rebrand, Drew.
Well, you got to keep it up now. A haircut every 2 weeks. Like I'm a Nintendo Maniac now. We look slick over at Nintendo Maniacs now.
That's way too much. Way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to teach Michaela how to cut hair.
Or teach myself. It'd be quite hard, wouldn't it, though? Side bits are easy, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. The back wouldn't be too good. Trying to thin it out at the top.
Yeah, blending it, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I wish, but yeah, sadly, no.
No, sadly, no. But, yeah, the camera, I'm quite happy I got the little camera. It's quite a cute little thing. I was really surprised by the build quality of it. I expected like the stand to be like bendy, like a typical webcam, but it's like solid metal, and the base is too. I'm like,
You can
it's
adjust
quite sturdy.
You can adjust the head of the camera up and down a little, but that's about it.
Yeah, and like it has like a little privacy shutter as well, which I didn't know it had. You can sort of twist the camera, and it can block the camera and obviously unblock it.
Yes.
Pretty neat little thing.
That is cool. Yep. Good little feature to have. And so, I was surprised by all the filters because it can, just have nothing but you. So the background's like effectively like a green screen with the game. It could just zoom in on your face completely if you want to get those really great facial reactions when something happens, or you can just a full view of what the camera sees with the room that the person's in as well, and that can be inset into what they're actually playing. You can see that too. So there's lots of options in terms of how the person with the camera wants to display themselves or show off what they can, and even things like you can toggle the audio, what the gameplay is compared to what the game chat audio is. And so if you really don't want to care about the audio of the game, you can go one way or the other. It's really fun. And we kind of got around it, didn't we, on Saturday? We had a few people in the game chat playing Mario Kart and doing Knockout Tour together. That was really great to sort of experience it, and added a lot to the experience, I reckon, the actual game as well.
Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted, just like from this type of feature, because I remember like my friend, like a few of my friends and I, we used to bring our consoles together and just hang out and play. Like we'd be doing different games. I remember I was playing something on Wii. No, I was playing like No More Heroes on Wii, and what was my friend playing? He was playing maybe like Skyward Sword or something. Like we're just hanging out, just playing different games. Our TVs in the same room.
Brought TVs as well.
Yeah, brought TVs. Did the whole.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not even small TVs, like 30-so-inch TV, like flat screen TVs. But yeah, it was just fun just to hang out and do that. And a lot of times, like my friends who had moved away and all that, I'm like, hey, look, we should hang out. We don't have to play a multiplayer game, like. Because like we're not like into Fortnite or Call of Duty or anything like that necessarily, but we should just, boot up a game and hang out. And typically that just never happens, just purely because like there's a bit of a setup, and if you're a console gamer and all of that, you got to have Discord on your phone, and just there's a lot of hurdles there. Even though we have the technology, it's not like right in our face, so we don't use it. Like for example, like you and I, Josh, we could talk every day. We've got phones in our pockets all the time, but I'm probably not just going to hit the call button and go, hey Josh, what you up to? Oh yeah, I've got an hour to sit down and talk to you, Drew. It's not going to happen. But with game chat, it sort of is that. Like it's just it's literally a button press away, and you can just chat with each other while playing different games, and especially like with the launch of Mario Kart as well. It's just the perfect time to be like, all right, you want to play this? Like, if this was similar to the Switch 1 launch where it was like Breath of the Wild, like I might ring you and you might be like, hey, look, I'm doing the shrine and I'm experiencing a pretty important bit of the story. Can you go away? But Mario Kart, it's like a completely different situation where it's like, yeah, of course we want to catch up and play.
Yeah, for sure. That's right. It's great.
But Oh, yeah, sorry, you go.
Because like you said, if you're gaming, you might be more up for a chat. Or you probably got more free time because you're gaming in the first place, and I just called you randomly a couple of times because I knew you were online, and just checked in, and you answered, thankfully, and we're just sort of playing games and chatting because I knew you're somewhat free if you're playing games. So I love it for that reason, and that's why, like you said, you wouldn't do that with your mobile because you don't know if I'm calling you. I don't know what you're doing. because you might be working, you might be with family. But yeah, if you're playing a game, you're most likely free and available and ready to talk.
Yeah, because a lot of like game chat got poo-pooed a lot by a lot of people just saying, well, just use Discord. And of course we can use Discord, but it's not just integrated straight into the system.
Seamless.
It's not. Yeah, like if you're a PC gamer and it's right there, like yeah, use Discord, of course. Why not?
For sure.
But even on like PlayStation and Xbox, Discord got integration into those two systems. But from what I've just had a quick look at, it's not super, simple and basic and has all the Discord features and all of that. It's not like this necessarily. Like, game chat, it has its problems, which we'll talk about. But just how it's integrated and literally integrated into the game itself as well, I think that's the important feature that, I don't think the other systems can get to unless they actually decide to implement it into their games. Like what it does in Mario Kart is really cool, and what it's going to do in Mario Party Jamboree and hopefully more first and third party games going forward. I think that's what makes it really special. It's not just talking to each other. We can have a phone call on the side. And we've done that in the past. We played like Blue Ocean, for example.
Yes.
Or Endless Ocean, sorry. We played Endless Ocean. And that was a lot of fun. We played that over Discord. I just had it up on my phone next to me, and you did the same. But it's different in this because it's like I can see you. You're right there. You're sharing your gameplay with me.
Yeah.
We jump into a game together, and your face goes above the character, and it kind of feels like you're sitting right beside me in some way. It really captures what Nintendo's done best over the past few generations is couch co-op. When the online has been so bad, it's like, look, don't worry about it. Just come over. We'll have a good time. Just get your bum on my couch and we'll have a good time together. And it sort of feels like that time has come now. Like I've never been more excited for a Mario Party game than like the TV update coming next month, because Mario Party Online, I'm like, no, like I've got no voice chat. I can't see your face. Like I kind of got no interest in it whatsoever. But the camera and the voice chat integration just completely changed that game for me, where I'm actually like kind of rubbing my hands together, being like, I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm actually really looking forward to it. I might be just as excited for that update as I am for Donkey Kong. Like in different ways, obviously.
Yeah.
One's going to be a single player. The other one's going to be like, oh, look, we're going to get together and use game chat and play together. But it really sort of does open up online gaming for me on Nintendo platform. So I'm really excited for it. And I think you feel the same, because like, yeah, we were talking about it while we were using it.
Oh, I love Mario Party. So I've always grown up with it and had two brothers to play them with. And then now I've got Michaela on it, and I've had friends nights playing it, and so it's been a big staple in my life. And so this just adds to it. Mouse and those camera controls. Yeah, we had a great time when we did it. So we're gonna scream into the microphone like it's a domestic, and make it a great time out of that.
Yeah, I won't be doing that one at home.
No, maybe not that one. Yeah, we can play everything else but that. So
if you want to stitch me up playing Mario Party, like at the last star, it's a draw, ready to go. It's like, all right, the last mini game. Scream as loud as you can. I'm like, you fucking bastards. I'll be like, into the microphone, like I can't do it. When you and Michaela at home, apart from the neighbours, you can just do what you want.
Well, yeah, we don't have kids, but then we do live in a townhouse, so we've got close neighbours. We'd have to be a bit careful with how we went for it.
Look, you just have to worry about a police report.
Maybe I just maybe just turn the vacuum cleaner right above the Switch too and do that.
Well, that's the thing as well, because that won't work. And that is one of the most surprising things about game chat in a positive way that I was really surprised about. Like when I heard like the idea of setting up your Switch underneath the TV, talking to it across the room, I was like, absolutely not. Like as somebody who, does a podcast, and I've been looking into microphones, and I'm like,
how tricky audio
I'm concerned about audio and how it sounds and all that. I'm like, absolutely not. That sounds like a dog shit idea.
It works really well.
It works really well. Like I'm listening to Josh through my TV. I'm like, Josh's voice sounds really good. It has like a bit of bass to it through my TV. I'm like, okay, that's really surprising. When I ask him, like, are you getting like my game audio fed back because literally my TV was about a centimeter away from the Switch microphone. Like the speakers were like right above it, and they were turned up. They weren't turned down. And I don't know, Josh, you couldn't hear a thing, which was crazy.
No, I couldn't hear it. Yep. Yeah, we're like over 2 meters away from this camera and the microphone because it's docked in front of our TV, and we're just on the couch there talking like we had a headset and the microphone right near us. So it's just that's the other thing. It's just so very seamless and easy, and the fact that background noise wasn't there. We have one thing with echoing at one stage, but whoever it was that got fixed, and that wasn't an issue after that.
Yeah,
so,
I had a bit of echoing. Like I think like the first 2 sessions, I was talking.
Yeah.
And then like I could hear like a delay of my voice. And at first I thought it was just like your TV coming back through like your microphone and coming back to me.
Yeah.
But then I think afterwards, honestly it was just like a glitch like early on that like hopefully that's what I assumed because it sort of sounded too clear to be coming back through your TV in some ways. But I think the last time we did game chat it was fine. So I don't quite know. See if it happens again in another session. But
yeah, we'll have another look.
Hopefully that gets sorted out. But
no, it's still really good. Very, very impressed by it. I think it's a very nifty piece of tech.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I think like I've only got like a few nitpicks for it. It's just like basic UI and things like that. I think they can improve. Like the chat button, I love the idea of a chat button being like, all right, let's talk to somebody. Let's start up an online session. So you press that chat button. But at the moment, it gives you 2 features, like basically like join a chat or create a chat. I think it'd be a lot better if it was like, it actually like, you press the button, it showed you like all your online friends. So instead of being like, for example, I'm playing Mario Kart, I'm like, I wonder if Josh is online. At the moment, I've got to go to the home menu, go to my friends list, see if I can see you in there. So I know Josh is not online, then go out. Like if I miss that notification that you went on or offline, there's no way of knowing. So I think it would be better if it's just like shows you your online friends straight away. You press that button, then you can navigate through those friends, send invites that way instead of having to go, create a invite and then do it that way. Also, another thing when you get an invite, it wants you to press the home button. So you've got a chat button. Why do I not press the chat button to initiate that?
Interesting. Okay.
And
I've
and
always
when you do,
instigated, never received. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so maybe that's a hint, Josh, but I've got to invite you a couple more times, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
It's
annoying if you got like 4 of us in a chat and then a 5th person wants to join. We've got to close the chat first, hang up effectively, and then do it again. Invite all 5 people in one go, and then it's fine. So that's annoying. I wish there was a way to easily add that person without having to go back and forth. That's a little bit of a nuisance.
You see, like I get why they did it. So like,
yes,
if like little Timmy's like, oh look, like the parents like, all right, you're playing with your 4 friends. I know them from school, all good. Then they go off to do the dishes, and then one of the friends is like, hey, look, I met this cool guy at the bus stop, and he's 40 years old, and he said he'd give me candy. Let's invite him to a game chat, and then chaos ensues from there because like
Yep.
So you understand
you
understand why, but
for sure,
as like a couple of 30-year-olds, like, oh look, let's add Zach, let's add whoever into our chat because we saw the notification pop up. It's like a whole thing. Like, all right, see you in a minute. But I guess like that's all it takes, though, isn't it? See you in a minute, and then one person redoes it, adds also the 4th or 5th or whatever person, and it's off to the races from there. So
yes,
it's not too big a deal, but. Like, if we are comparing it to Discord and any other chat service, it is literally just like a, doom, oh, look, somebody's here. Hello. And then you just continue on. Like, there's no skipping a beat there.
No.
But who knows? Maybe that'd be a good feature to add, like, in the parental, like, controls, for example. Like, make it so the parents can lock it down so nobody can join.
Yeah, I would like that. Yeah.
Maybe for the rest of us, just let us add somebody. I think that's probably the best way to go. But yeah, they're kind of the problems I have at the moment. Like everything else is pretty good. Like, I love how easy it is and to just jump into it. I will say just as far as like the quality goes, like the camera quality and the gameplay quality don't worry me. But when you do want to pull up somebody as full screen, I mean, the frame rate the game's running at is borderline. Like it makes me a little bit sick looking at it. Just like as a full screen. It's fine looking at it as a tiny little post stamp at the bottom. I just look down at it and go, oh yeah, Josh is playing Mario Kart. He's on this course and he's coming third. Cool. That's what he's doing at the moment. It's kind of cool just to see, just to, feel like you're all on the couch playing a different game or the same game.
Yeah.
But as far as being like, all right, I'm going to put the controller down and have something to eat. I'm going to pull up Josh's gameplay and just watch him for a minute, see what he's up to. It's pretty sickening to watch it run at 8-10 frames a second.
So you don't want it too blown up.
It is one of those things though. The Switch 2 only has so many resources to put towards that stuff, as well as making your games run really well and do everything that it's doing in a real slim form factor. So
yeah, I think
it is what it is.
I think I'd rather it be like that and use as little RAM as possible and ensure that the actual gameplay and what you're experiencing is all good. So, I'm just not going to enlarge it like you have. Just going to keep it on the small side and leave it at that, I reckon.
Yeah, I will for the most part too. But yeah, it's just one of those things when like, all right, I'm going to have a break. I'm just like, having something to eat or having a bit of a break. And me like, oh, because I was watching, like, especially Mario Kart. I was watching you play Mario Kart, and that's probably like the worst example because it's a fast game. It's a racing game. Maybe Zelda or something will be a little bit more suitable for that because you're not moving so fast through an environment.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Game Pass is Game Pass is cool too. But yeah, Game Chat is pretty sick. I'm liking it. So if anybody wants to have a chat, play some games, I'm up for it. I'm up for it.
You got to be Switch friends with us first, and then go from there.
That's right. Yeah, because I was talking to Bryce like in the first time for a fair while too. Just haven't caught up, and he got his Switch 2 the day after launch, and he was making tea in the kitchen, and I was just like, oh, so we're having the game chat. I'm playing Mario Kart, and he's just making tea, watch me play Mario Kart. This is
why not?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great.
It's funny because he kept on disconnecting because his Switch kept on going on sleep mode. When you're not actually playing it, it must not account for that. Because the Switch 2, I guess it's not a phone, so it's like, no, you got to keep touching me. You got to keep paying me attention.
Okay.
I'm not a Discord call on your iPad just sitting to the side. I'm the real deal here. I need to be fondled. Yeah, but I don't know. As far as like, I guess that's the main Switch, new feature. But just as far as like the menus and the eShop and everything, just seems to be improved. Have you been enjoying the eShop? Just flipping through it.
It's a lot better, like a lot quicker, a lot snappier. I really appreciate some of the design choices they've made, like making the wish list part of the left-hand panel. Even the recommended section, they will recommend some games for you, and that will get refreshed every Saturday, I was reading. So, they're really trying. There's new ways to sort of showcase games, and so, for example, if you really like Metroidvanias, they're going to, here's some other ones you might not have heard of that you might like. And so I think that's great. I've really enjoyed sort of cycling through the eShop and looking at things in the charts. And it's a lot more pleasurable than it has been the last few years because that was pretty bad, the eShop. Towards the end, just like very, very hard and difficult to get through. It's
crazy how bad it was because the eShop is like one of the most important things to Nintendo.
It will help sell more if it's better. So I feel it was lacking and denying them sales.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, because if the eShop doesn't work, that's like their storefront. That's literally where that is the point, the tipping point where we give them money.
That's where they want you to buy games. They make more money selling it on that than through retail. So
yeah, definitely. So it's funny, like looking at a lot of the Switch 2 coverage. People, the eShop's better, like thank God type of thing. But to me, it's just like, do it for yourselves. Like, you should have done everything possible to make the eShop run better on Switch 1. That is literally like a new game comes out, and God forbid it's a third-party game where I can buy it elsewhere. And you need to have it straight in there, buy it, and get out. That's you just need our money.
Make it seamless.
So the fact that we're at a suitable place once again, it's just, kind of the bare minimum. But I'm glad just from my perspective, because I love just going into the eShop, having a browse, see what's going on, check my wish list.
Yep, see what's on sale. You get notified now if there's certain games are on sale on your wish list. Like you can filter by that, so it's much better. Big
Yeah,
improvement.
definitely. And yeah, like the wish list being right in the center now, just fantastic. I clicked on my little Switch Online logo that many times to go to my wish list before, and it's nice that it's all there. Just very nice. I'm glad it's better.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah. They knew how important it was. A lot of the after the developer interviews when they announced the Switch 2 were talking to how important it is, the eShop, and what they were cognizant it needed to be improved and made better. So it's great to see that's it's happening and it's good. It's really snazzy now.
Yeah, so I'll be doing a lot of browsing on it. I'm browsing on it right now just to make sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, it's good fun. Good fun. Spend more money. I bought a few things on this new eShop, Josh. Bought a few things.
What have you bought?
Oh, let's have a look. What's on my menu at the moment? So I bought Sea of Stars. Bought that because I wanted that on Switch now. I got Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope DLC. That season pass was on sale for $10. So I got that. Tales of Symphonia Remastered was on sale for $15. I got that. Undertale was on sale, so I got that because I wanted to try Deltarune.
Yes.
I thought I better play through Undertale first because I didn't finish Undertale. I got stuck on a boss because when I played it on PS Vita, I couldn't beat it. So here we are.
Yeah.
I got a game called Trybreaker, which is like a brick breaker. And yeah, that's what I bought.
Yeah.
That's what I've bought. Just like some very cheap games on Switch 1. Which see how they scale, see how they go.
See how it goes.
Don't know. So far the hardware and just the operating system have been great. I've been really enjoying it, how it's all been going. But let's talk about some games, Josh, because that's why we buy this goddamn shit, you know? 'Cause we want to play some video games. Yeah. And I mainly want to focus on, I guess, Mario Kart. That's definitely what I've spent the most time with. But have you spent much time in like non-Mario Kart software as of yet?
Definitely predominantly Mario Kart World. I've done a bit of checking out the GameCube classics. So that's just been F-Zero GX though. I haven't done Wind Waker or Soul Calibur 2. On top of that, it's been Yakuza 0. So I've done a couple of hours of playing that. So never had any exposure to that series before, so this has been really fun and exciting sort of starting here because I've heard this is a good one to start from. Obviously 0, that makes sense. But yeah, just it's like I'm reading into it like this sort of an older game from about maybe 10 years ago now, but yeah, coming finally here on Switch 2. And looks really great. It's really fun and getting really interested in the story, which I feel was like really more intricate than I was expecting it to be. So that's been a nice sort of counter game on top of Mario Kart, which is a bit more carefree and fun, and then we've had enough of that. Hit Yakuza 0 and a bit more serious, story driven. Enjoying that. So definitely keen to keep playing that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it as well. Josh and I were actually lucky enough to get some, I guess, review codes for a few third-party games on Switch 2. So definitely want to dive into third-party games more in depth next week. Because, I'm very keen to get into Yakuza as well. It's a series I've always wanted to get into. I even got it cheap on like Steam a couple of times, Zero and things like they're on sale for like $13 or something silly. So I picked them up there and
just give it a go.
Had them downloaded, ready to go. But the Switch 2, while the hype's there, I'll play it there. So I'm very excited to do that. For me though, like as far as other stuff I've tried, it has been like just diving into old Switch games, see what they look like. Like the biggest one, Pokemon Scarlet, I dived back into that. And so yes, it performs very nicely. Like just going to a Pokemon battle and seeing it animated at 60 frames, I'm like, this is what I wanted. Like it really does show the horrendous graphics and the lack of art style in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
But the performance is there. So
that's good. I mean, yeah.
So I'm like maybe a quarter way into the second part of the DLC. So I'm like, well, when I get the time, I get that Pokemon itch, I'm going to go back into it because I've got to that second DLC. I'm very curious about it because it is more focused on competitive battling and things like that. I'm like, that would have been a great thing to have maybe in Sword and Shield where I was like a lot more invested into competitive battling. Now I'm just going to get my team wiped probably because I got like just random stuff that I've caught along the way.
Yes, yeah.
But we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to get back into that. I tried Mario Odyssey as well, and that game looks great, mainly with like the HDR. I only played it in portable mode, but if I put it onto the TV, I assume that would look just phenomenal because I feel like the biggest glow up a lot of these games are getting is through HDR. Just the color range that HDR just offers
huge
to these beautiful cartoony Nintendo games. It's massive. Like even with Mario Kart World, I had to turn HDR on and off a couple of times just with my capture card, and the game looks literally night and day. Like with HDR, like without HDR, I think a lot more people would be like, is there that many differences between the Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart World? But yeah, the HDR is just a complete game changer. So put it onto Mario Odyssey, you put it onto Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, like all of these games, it's just a phenomenal difference.
Yeah, huge.
So yeah, the more of these updates we get with HDR, just the better. Like I want everything with this. Even if it's like no frame rate updates, no visual updates, but it's just got HDR, that'll be a big step just in itself. So yeah, very keen for more of those updates and to actually get to dig into some more games because I think the biggest thing about Switch 2 is just there's so much to play. Whether you just want to go and visit like an old classic that you haven't touched in a long time, like Mario Odyssey. When I booted up my save, I was talking to you, Josh.
Yes.
I'm like, my God, my save is from early 2018. Like Jesus Christ! Like I played the game and
It's been a long time.
Finished it.
It's been a long time between drinks.
And I put it down.
Yep.
Definitely a very long time between drinks.
Yes.
So that's one I've been wanting to go back to forever, just to sort of like reevaluate. Like when I finished the game, I'm like, it was good, but I don't know where I would have ranked it on the Mario, I guess, ranking. But it's one of those things I always thought I'll have to go back to sort of go back to it with like fresh eyes. So maybe that time is this year, maybe not, because we just got on the roller coaster and it's just going down the first track. So I don't know when I'll get the time for that. Because I already want to go back to like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild and other things as well. So it's not just
Drew,
that.
you can't do it all, man. You gotta pick and choose.
That's right.
So much.
And I think I will pick Tears of the Kingdom. So
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Choose Tears. Yes, I feel that is.
yeah. So I haven't booted them up yet, purely because when I get into it, I want to get into it. I don't just want to go in there and swing a sword around for 5 minutes and hop out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hop in there properly for the first time, which would be good.
Yeah.
I did try the game. I only tried out F-Zero GX. I didn't try out the other games because they're a bit more of a commitment rather than just jumping to like one race.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I guess you could just Soul Calibur 2. I guess you could just have one fight too. But
yeah, Wind Waker's a lot more commitment. So
yeah, and I was really happy with it. I will say though, for us in Australia and Europe, 100%. First thing you do is make sure you turn your settings from Europe to North American because if you do it later, the save files are actually different. Because for me, I started off in Europe and I went to F-Zero GX. I put in my name. I did a race, then afterwards I'm sort of flipping around. Oh yeah, I've got to change. Of course, I don't want to play on 50 hertz on the European version. I want to play on 60 hertz on the North American version, and the difference is a lot. Like the frame rate, it looks like it's 10 frames different. That makes a big difference. And I don't know whether it was just a like placebo effect or whatever, but it felt like it just looked better too, like more clear. I don't know if that's true or not, but it did. I don't know what was going on, but yeah. If I would hate for somebody to get into like, 5 hours of Wind Waker and I didn't put the North American version on because your save file is not compatible between the two.
Yeah.
They are two different games.
Yep. And
so yeah, make sure.
Yeah. Well, the history of that was the Power games were all 50 hertz, and then the North American ones were 60 hertz, and so I've known people who had their Power GameCube collection sell it all to buy the North American ones just because. They run better and it's a better looking game. And so...
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it, but yeah, it's a big commitment to buy it all once originally and then to sell it and do it again. That's...
Definitely, yeah. Because on Facebook Marketplace, I came across a guy and I ended up buying Luigi's Mansion and Pokemon Coliseum off of him. And I asked him because he had I went to his room and it was just like a bunch of Nintendo stuff. I'm like, doesn't seem like the type of guy just to be getting rid of it. I'm like, just out of curiosity, why are you getting rid of these GameCube games, man? He's like, oh well, he wanted the North American versions to run better. I'm like, fair enough. That seems like a very expensive way of doing that. Like, surely, if you're worried about performance, keep your GameCube collection and maybe just mod your GameCube, get an emulator. There are other ways. Like, you have the games, but you don't have to literally replace them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yep, I agree. I agree. But yep, that's what he did.
Yeah, because for example, you've got the PAL versions of your GameCube games. If you want to play at 60 hertz, you can now just play them on Switch too and keep your childhood collection as intact. But yeah, I don't know. It sounded crazy to me. Even obviously, the 10 frame difference is a lot, but at the same time, man, that's an expensive console to be just swapping regions for.
Yes, yeah, especially these days. Yeah, expensive, expensive.
This would have been pre-COVID. I would have bought these. I can't remember when, but yeah, man, tough times. Yeah. All right. What are we talking about?
GameCubes, and games, things we've been playing, experiencing.
The GameCube controller, Josh. Do you like the GameCube controller? I quite like it. Feels like a GameCube controller.
I love it. I think it feels just like the real thing, except maybe the plastic slightly. It's hard to explain. It just feels slightly different, the plastic. But the buttons and the control sticks all feel the same, really nice. And then it's a great bonus that there's gyro as well. And you got all the game chat, all these other buttons included as well. So we finally get that purple portable Wavebird controller all these years later.
I've been wanting that controller forever. I just can't wait till Mario Strikers come out. I guess a multiplayer game I actually want to play online. Like Soul Calibur, I definitely don't want to jump straight into online on that. I want to just play through it myself. Maybe when I get a little bit better at it, I'll ask if some friends want to play it. But diving into it now, I'll just be mushing the A and B button and seeing what happens. But yeah, I am curious to see just how the app handles online, because the Nintendo 64 one on Switch wasn't the best. It was fine. It did the job, but when we were playing like Mario Party 3 on it, it was a bit laggy and all of that type of thing. So hopefully that holds up well. But yeah, really happy with the controller. I just wish it had L3 and R3 just on the sticks.
Yep.
Because then we could play basically whatever we wanted on it. Like the fact they included gyro controls and not just those buttons on the sticks, kind of confusing. I don't know why they would include that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because that sounds a lot more costly than extra buttons on the sticks. I don't know. What reason could they possibly use for that? I don't know. Is that something? Is this something we can look at and be like, hey, maybe they've got ideas for the future? Like, is there a GameCube game that uses motion controls, or I don't know? Is there something they're going to implement in Nintendo Switch Online? Or
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there's. Yeah, I love for them because they've done it with Kirby Tilt and Tumble, having the gyro used with the Pro controllers can be used in that game instead of the actual, because that had gyro in the actual game cartridge back in the day. So yeah, there might be some nifty things they do with this eventually. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a certain game that would benefit from that. I'm not really thinking of any that come to mind though.
Because the only motion control based things like you play on a GameCube would be maybe
Pikmin with the gyro cursor, but
yeah. Well, I was thinking Game Boy Advance. They got Yoshi's Tilt and Tumble, and they got a WarioWare game on there. But even then, they weren't compatible because those parts were in the cartridge itself. So that would require you to actually pick up the GameCube and tilt it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Not sure.
I think my best guess would be is they're using the same components as the Pro controller, and the Pro controller has the gyro just built into it. So that's why it's in there. It's just through default, I guess.
Yep, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just strange. But yeah, that's in there instead of just those sticks, just those clicky sticks. That's all we need. Because you think you can get away with it, but if you're all right, I'm going to play Mario Kart with this controller, And it's like you're doing the missions and you got to click in left stick to restart your mission. You're like, oh, I can't.
I literally can't.
Because you think you're safe playing it like with Smash Brothers or Mario Kart or whatever, but yeah, there's just like those real inconvenient times where it's like, oh, I need it here. Oh,
yeah.
well.
Oh, well.
So that's a bit of a disappointment, but, we bought it knowing we're going to use it to play GameCube games, and the other stuff would have been a nice extra, but it's not going to come with every game. But stuff like Smash, I think Smash Brothers Ultimate is the main thing we want it for, like probably, like as far as like a non-GameCube game. And I actually haven't used it yet. I
was going to say, surely you've done that. There you go. You haven't.
No, I played Smash Ultimate. I played it on the handheld, and then I played it just with the Pro controller. I don't know why I didn't.
No,
I think
didn't think of it, or honestly didn't go into your head at the time, maybe.
No, I definitely thought about it. I know where the GameCube controller is now. It was sat up at the TV. I'm like, oh look, that's over here. This control's here. This is the one I'm using.
Yep.
I checked out other people's sort of coverage on it, saying that it worked. I'm like, okay, cool. I know that it works. It'll be there for when I want to have a bit of a session, sit down and play. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it within the next week. I'll play some Smash. I usually do, but I will say the Pro Controller 2 feels great for Smash.
Really good.
Feels really great for Smash. It's the quietest Smash controller there's been, that's for sure. Compared to the GameCube controller, the Smash, the Pro 2 controller is going to be good. Very quiet. But yeah, let's talk about Mario Kart, Josh. Very, very exciting. First Mario Kart we've got in 11 years. I guess the first game from Nintendo that cost $120 as well. So some expectations are pretty high coming on those two fronts. Obviously, the amount we've got to pay for it, and the amount that amount of time that it's been in between drinks as well. And I've got to say, it's a really fun Mario Kart. I think that's the bare minimum of what we're going to say here. But what are your initial thoughts of Mario Kart World since we've, my Switch clock, it says that I've been playing 18 hours or more. So that's what mine says. So how are you feeling so far?
Oh, it's been really fun. I must be similar to you in terms of game time. Maybe I don't leave it on as idle for as long, but I just absolutely consumed by Knockout Tour. I think that's just the standout mode for me. So whenever I pick up this game, that's the first thing I want to do. So fun, so exhilarating. Like it's chaotic. I was first at one stage, get hit by a blue shell. It was the top 12 get progressed to the next round. I became 13th and got eliminated from a first place position, 20 meters from the finish line. The blue shell was enough. Everyone else overtook me, and I just couldn't recover, and I got eliminated. It was just crazy. I'm just like, I can't do anything here. Everything is out of my control. So, you sort of live by the sword and you die by the sword when it comes to this kind of stuff. If you love the chaos, and you can't complain when it affects you that way. But yeah, when I'm not doing that, the free roam, I'm enjoying it more and more. I'm doing it. I think I had a bad experience free roam at first because I was online with Dan switching it up, and we kind of like, oh, this is quite empty because it was just us two exploring, and like, oh, where are the P switches? And we couldn't find the P switches, and we later found out that they don't do the P switches when it's co-op and you're in the free roam together, even online.
Oh,
so without the P switches, the open world free roaming is a lot more boring. So doing it single player has been much better for me. I'm like, okay, there is a lot to do here. I can see most of the time when I'm doing a P-switch, there's probably another one I can see in the background even before I finished doing it, or I don't have to travel too far to get to the next one. So there's a bit to do with the open world. So the quality's there. The soundtrack's unreal. I love the tracks and the design and how they're integrated into the world. Not just the races, but also the battle stages as well, all integrated within, with discovering new secrets like the mirror mode and how to unlock characters. So there's been some great fun just sort of discovering all of it. So yeah, just love sort of diving into it. It's been great, and then playing online with you guys as well has been better again. Just loving how easy and accessible it has all been.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think like the biggest thing is just like the game chat built straight into it. That makes a big
Huge.
difference to this, and I assume like most multiplayer games going forward, because you can see like every Nintendo release, like you can just jump into a call with your friends and be like, "Oh, like you're doing this, you're doing that," and it's just gonna completely change the sort of the dynamic of whatever community you're in or your friend group. It's going to be really cool. So that has definitely been a big role in what Mario Kart's done because. For me, it's been like a really great game. I really love it. It's a lot of fun. I can't say that I think it's better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I can just say that it's different in the way that the game's structured and what the game is trying to do because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it really was like a bow on top of what Mario Kart has been throughout the years. Like here's a lot of amazing courses from retro to, just brand new, all the characters, the mechanics were refined and great. And we got used to that over the course of 11 years. Like, from me, day one of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe till the final day of the Switch 2 coming out, it was a game that I really loved over the years. And jumping into Mario Kart World, you sort of had to relearn mechanics, like new drifting, new like wall running and all of this type of thing where it's like I've got to sort of snap out of my Mario Kart 8 Deluxe mindset and sort of work out how to ride these walls and, utilize the new items and all of that type of thing. So it's been a little bit of adjusting over that. So the more I've played, the more I've sort of come down to earth from what I really hope this game would be. Like this game is not a Forza Horizon, in Mario Kart form. And that purely just comes from that open world. While I think it's enjoyable and relaxing to go around, do challenges, see a coin here and there, collect it, it doesn't give you that sort of same sense of like, all right, I've got this open world, I've got all these races to do, I can do all these challenges. It's just not fully packed like that. Yeah. And another thing that Forza Horizon does is it rewards literally everything you do. Like you do a jump, then you start chaining together like points, and those points go towards skill points that you can unlock more cars. And it's
missing that. It's like, kind of stuff.
It's constant dopamine. Like you could just like in that game, I can literally just go and do doughies in a barnyard
and you get something.
and I'm earning skill points. It's like it's crazy. It's just so much fun. Like everything you do, like if you want to go and do a drift challenge, you can do that. If you want to just focus on races, do that. Do drag races, do that. Go and find hidden cars and barns, find that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But Mario Kart 8, sorry, not Mario Kart World is just, it's nowhere near that. It's like, it's just like, you drive around, you see a P-switch. Oh, cool. Drive over it, do a challenge. That gives you like a sticker for your car. And honestly, the stickers don't interest me really at all. I don't really care about customizing my cars because I can't see them and other people can't really see them. So it doesn't really matter to me. So I'm not too fussed about that. But take away like my expectations of Forza Horizon being one of my favorite racing series and Mario Kart being one of my racing series. Just like, all right, I don't feel like doing a race, but I just want to drive around and relax a little bit, maybe put a podcast on, maybe just invite Josh to a game chat session and see what he's doing, and I'm just maybe doing some challenges. It's a cool game for that. It's cool just to unwind and have a bit more of a relaxed mode in Mario Kart because, like we'll talk about, Knockout Tour is, gets the heart rate up a little bit. So it's nice to have that yin and yang a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Free roam as well. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but like it's slow to traverse over certain areas, and like the roads, like on the racing, that makes sense when you're racing because you stick to the road. You can take a risk and go over some of the hilly terrain. It'll slow you down, but you have a mushroom and you kind of get through that. But when you're free roaming, I don't know, when you want to need to explore, it just feels so slow and cumbersome. I don't know, it just feels more of a grind when you're moving around. And so if there was a way to move around a bit quicker, I know you can collect items, but a lot of the time you don't get them when you need them kind of thing. And so I just wish they had a way to fix it slightly where there's, and it fits within the law or whatever, like maybe your cart transforms when it's in free roam, the wheels get bigger again and they can maintain their speed on the road as well as on the hill or whatever off terrain you are on. So that would just help a lot because sometimes you just feel like I'm trying to get somewhere, it's just taking a while. You get taken a little out of the moment, and it's not fun.
Yeah, because like you see a P switch on like a sand hill, you're like, oh god, I've got to go up there. It feels like you're missing a gear or
Yeah,
something.
that's right.
Because yeah, like another comparison to Forza Horizon, you don't get slowed down if you're going through a forest or on the beach or whatever. You're in your Ferrari, just going through it. Like obviously the handling's not as good and things like that, but it doesn't slow you down. And honestly, I didn't expect Mario Kart to do that either. Like obviously the races, you don't want to go over the sand because you'll be slowed down, you lose your acceleration. But when there's like a lot to explore off the track, I don't really understand the gameplay of why they did that. Whether they didn't think about it or they wanted to feel like you're going off the track, so that slowing down was a part of that gameplay experience they were aiming for. But yeah, for me, it's a bit of a miss too. Just like, yeah, I just want to sort of drive around this, drift around, have fun.
Yeah.
But it really is sort of just being stuck to the track, and it's like a bit of a pain to have to get off of it. So yeah, that is something that I would have changed personally if I was a fly on the wall.
Yeah, and they could easily fix it, I feel. They could update it. So I just hope that, maybe they take on that feedback and can do something to fix it.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't heard anyone else sort of complain about it, but yeah, it would be good. I don't know. Would it fundamentally change the game too much to sort of change that? That's like a big sort of design change.
Drew, they made in Super Mario 3D World, you can run around faster, and I just feel it completely changes the game. So, like, who's to say it's going to be as revolutionary? But I just feel it's going to help. I just feel it would really help.
Yeah, maybe on Switch 3 we'll get like the deluxe port, and like, oh look, you can move
Switch 2 Pro at
1.5
least.
times
Come on.
faster. Switch 2 Pro. Yeah, when's that coming, Josh? I heard a rumor. I was on Reddit and I heard something.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Twice the amount of RAM, but a post-stamp size screen. Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely I would like them to make that change too, but don't think it would happen. But who knows? Fingers crossed. Weirder things have happened.
They have.
But yeah, a little bit pretty disappointed by Free Roam, but sort of the coverage towards launch, I was kind of expecting it, and especially with like the Mario Kart Direct when we really didn't get much more info. I was like, oh shit, is that it? And it really was it. Like, after Knockout Tour and Free Roam, that was kind of the additions to Mario Kart, really, which is a good and the bad thing. I think maybe the raised price kind of set our expectations as well, and Nintendo saying, hey, look, we're going to justify the price, just you tune into that Direct. And like here, the game went up by 50%, like from not 100, sorry, 50%, went up 50% in its price from like $80 to $120. Like it's quite an increase. So it's like when you look at the price, like, yes, I don't know if the open world justifies it all in itself. Yes, the game is fun, but I think Nintendo was trying to sell it purely on scope. But the whole interconnected world by itself, I don't believe justifies the price. And this is me trying to sort of argue with myself, because I'm a massive Mario Kart fan, and I think this one is super fun, and I'm happy to pay the money. Like, we paid $80 with our systems, so I guess we didn't pay the full price. But yeah, I don't feel like the open world itself justifies that big price, because I feel like that's not what Nintendo was pushing for. Like, this is open world, open zone, whatever you want to call it, all interconnected. So I don't feel like the open world itself really justifies the price. But I think the gameplay mechanism that Knockout Tour implements, where you are going from course to course and they can sort of vary between them, I think that is what the open world offers, rather than actually just exploring it by itself. But yeah, Knockout Tour, Josh, a lot of fun. We've had some wins, we've had some losses. How have you gone so far?
I can get a consistent second place a lot. I had a couple of second places today, and then one first place finish. So, I'm getting better at it for sure. That final stretch sometimes. I don't know if it is an advantage to be first at the beginning there, because you just seem to get pummeled with items. It's just, I don't know. I don't feel like there's blue shells in the final segment, but it's interesting. I've had some very varied experiences trying to finish off and get that final place. So, even things from, it's just come down to someone's gotten the 3 mushrooms and can take that shortcut at the end. to win it kind of thing, and that's the difference between people. So it's good and bad. But you just sort of get so addicted to it that you just want to do it again. It's just so fun that you get, I'm so close. I'll do it next time. I can do it now. And when you do it, it's like, oh yeah, heck yeah, actually did it. Could actually get it done. So getting better. There's a skill set to it for sure.
I feel like I've gotten a little bit better too. Like I can get those higher places more
Yeah.
consistently. But it is online where it is just chaos because with the CPUs, at least there's like a few programmed to be bad, but like the few programmed to be a bit better.
Much further up, hardly. They're always low.
But online, it's just like you are a pack just moving together and just hope that roll of the item box just gives you God's grace.
Correct.
Yeah. And it was crazy too when I figured out how to get the 3 stars in the single player mode. I'm like, oh my God, like you've got to win every single checkpoint. So you've got to have the crown be in first place every single checkpoint from the very first one to the very end. And I've only managed to do it in like one course so far.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I've done that in against CPU, but yeah, online that's tricky.
Yeah, well, online you don't have to do it, but even the CPUs, it's pretty hard to get, like every single segment at the start. Like online, there's probably no way of me doing it. Like I would have to be playing against like 2-year-olds to be able to do that.
That's funny.
Even people with like all the assists turned on and just like put down the controller, it'd be still hard to beat some of them. They'll send like a blue shell and all of that your way anyway. So it's like, well, even that would be tricky.
Yes.
But yeah. So, oh man,
yeah, funny.
I couldn't believe I got the 3-star on the one that I did. I'm like, oh my God, like the whole way I was just like, oh my God, I'm ahead of him. The whole way I'm just like, oh no, I'm going to get knocked out. I'm going to get blue shelled right here. And just got lucky the whole way. It's just a lot of luck.
I mean, that's Mario Kart, isn't it? So you just got to go with it.
Definitely.
And, hope for the best.
Because I was watching a video today from Austin John Plays, and he was actually showing how to unlock a special mode, which I didn't actually know was in the game. And on his screen, he 3-starred all of the knockout tours. I'm like, oh my God, how the hell did you do that so quick?
Big effort. Yep.
Yeah, because I don't think I'd be able to do that just yet. But yeah, I don't know. Have you done any yet, Josh? Have you tried to do any of the knockout tours, trying to 100% any of them?
Not yet. Not with the 3. No. So yeah, I want to eventually get mirror mode, so I might have to do some of those things to get it done. But nothing properly committed to just yet.
Yeah. So is it a spoiler to say mirror mode's in there? Because I only know about it because of like an Austin John Plays video.
I don't know. Is that a spoiler? It's pretty standard mode in Mario Kart.
Yeah, I know, but it's just so hidden in this game.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, is it a spoiler? So mirror mode is in the game.
Too late. Unless you want to block this out, but yeah.
No, it's all right. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler. No. Because playing the game ourselves, I'm like, oh, maybe mirror mode will be introduced later, but it is in there. Just need to have some things. Can have some things.
Yeah, I'm interested to know how it works. Because, it's all open world, whether it is all one just inflection and it's inverted.
Yeah. Well, it like inverts the whole world.
That's cool.
And there's actually a way to like do the free play mode in mirror mode as well. Which is pretty neat. So yeah. Will I be good enough to get there? Don't know. Mm-hmm. If you actually have to I don't know if the requirements are
it can't be hard.
Because in the Austin John Plays video, he was suggesting that the requirements are the 3-star everything, including knockout tour modes, but other people might have been reporting that that's not necessary. But if that is one of the requirements to 3-star that, I'm going to be doing it for a year to try and do that. Because a lot of my Mario Kart skills, I don't know if they came over from Deluxe. A little bit, but the wall running and stuff certainly didn't. We've got to play a bit of battle mode too. This is like the mode I think us and the developers care about the least just by playing it. But playing it online, I really enjoyed battle mode. Balloon battle. But it's just random between coin runners and balloon where I got mostly coin runners instead of the balloon matches. I was like, oh, every single time I don't want to do coin runners. Coin runners is fine, but
It's not that good.
maybe
it's
one.
Not that good.
No, but maybe one in every 5 matches. But it was like I did like 10 matches and 8 were coin runners. I'm, oh my god, stop it! I don't want to do this one again and again, especially like on like the level like on the snow slope because it's so big and I don't see anyone. And I'm just driving around getting coins for 3 minutes. I'm like, just that's enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Battle mode's fine. It's the same battle mode that's been in every single Mario Kart. It's a disappointment for what, like, you know, originally what we thought the scale of this game was going to be. There were so many possibilities, but it is just literally like the bare minimum battle mode. And for the most part, I think a lot of people aren't interested in this one because the time I was playing it, I literally did not get one full lobby. It was always around 18 people, 16 people. Like it didn't even fill. There was a lot of slots not there, and I was waiting a little while for it to fill up. So maybe in a week's time, when there's more Switch 2s out there and people have picked up the game more, this problem won't be as much. But I never had a problem with regular races or knockout tour, that's for sure. I never had a problem filling up those lobbies quickly. So yeah, I think it shows just the amount of effort they put in and people wanting to actually play the mode itself. So yeah, I don't know. How do you feel about it? Did you have much fun playing it?
Yeah, I'm similar issues to you. Couldn't get a full lobby filled in. Coin runners, yeah, I'm the same. I don't really enjoy that one. Yeah, like was doing that more often than not. I like the change to balloon battle with the numbered balloons. If you lose all 3, you're gone. That kind of thing's great instead of just the revolving balloons until you had none left. If you got hit 5 times, you hit 5 times, kind of thing. So yeah, I just it is they don't really push it much. So I wish there was a new battle mode here, something new and different here that they could really push, but they haven't really talked about it much. So. Yeah, it's just not going to get that light, and I think it's best done in local co-op or multiplayer with friends that you know and like to play with. So I think that's where it's really shining. So we did a bit of that on Saturday night or the other night, didn't we? And that was good. So I enjoyed that. But online with randoms, it's just not quite doing it for me.
Yeah, because even though we're playing in a private lobby, we still couldn't set rules in that, could we? I wasn't in charge of it, so I don't know.
I was setting the rules. Yeah. So
what rules could we set? Like there wasn't like a no time or anything like that, was there?
The franticness of the items, a couple of other things, but yeah, nothing like the not what you mentioned before. No.
Yeah, because for me, I just want that timer off and make it elimination. Like
I don't
even if it's down to 2 people.
Yeah.
Like if it's down to the last 2 people and it's like a bit of a showdown, I want it to not be limited by a timer.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah,
so at this point we knew what we were getting into going into it though. I feel like, by the time the game came out, we're like, we kind of adjusted our expectations for battle mode and free roam. Knockout Tour was hype. Very excited about that. And just the normal races themselves, it is just classic Mario Kart, which is cool. But you are, I guess in the Grand Prix, you are going between courses. And if nobody told me, I might not notice in some ways because it just feels like the course itself in a lot of ways. Because when I had it explained to me, like you drive from one course to the other one, I thought that it was like you do a race, do your 3 laps, finish, then you literally drive, like maybe for a minute, get to the race, then start that race. And that's like its own little, like the in-between bits, its own little separate thing. That's when I had it explained to me on like YouTube and podcasts and things, people talking about their exposure to it beforehand. I literally thought like it was like a separate thing where you just drive there, cool, we're there. Like kind of that instead of a loading screen. Somewhat doesn't really make much sense, but yeah, it is just integrated into the race itself where you just drive into the course, and when you get there, you do your lap then, or it's just a consistent course when you just going for a straight stretch, then it's there. But yeah, not too much changes in this mode, which is good. It's good to have that old Mario Kart experience. But been doing much Grand Prix?
Yes. Yep. Mainly with CPU to unlock some things to get the cups and get the 3 stars in that. But yeah, a little bit with online as well. Yeah, it's just it's pretty timeless and a great staple of Mario Kart still. And yeah, really fun. And yeah, I just sort of a bit more focused on the actual tracks a bit more than the knockout tour. So that's fun to sort of just look at them, appreciate them a bit more. Yeah, just still good fun. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. That variety there as well.
Yeah, it is nice just to concentrate on the tracks themselves
Yeah.
because none of them have really stood out to me so far, purely because we are just going through parts of them playing Knockout Tour, or
You see little
when we come across them,
don't you? But not the full thing.
yeah, or we come across them in like free roam, like, oh yeah, this is that part, cool. And you're like, you just see a P switch, oh, you get distracted and you go off, but it's not like Mario Kart 8 where you're like, oh, I love this course because I've played it a million times.
Yeah.
Like, it is different. And like, I've only played like one versus mode because I haven't like had the need to, but it is cool in that mode too, how like you can select a course and then you can also select to where it goes, or you can just select that it doesn't go anywhere and you just do your 3 laps. So like even in that mode, you can have like customizability of like how the courses go and where you go to afterwards as well. So yeah, I think it is cool. But yeah, none of the courses scream to me so far. There's a couple. It is cool to see like Peach Beach, for example, from Double Dash, how you do your lap and then it like pivots into like just going through the town. Yeah. That's really cool. It's kind of like boundary breaking for like the original like Double Dash. Say, it's like, oh, what's the rest of the town look like? And you can see it. That's kind of really cool how it's like these familiar places are integrated into the world itself, and you can explore more of them that you could ever before. So I like that. It's pretty neat. Also, like the first time I did that level, just like the new mechanics of just being able to drive over the water. A few times I like followed the beach around and everybody else went over the water and they're like a lot quicker because it's basically like a shortcut.
Yes.
And I'm just like, wait a minute.
I can drive on this.
I just drive over that. I won't lose speed or anything, will I?
Yeah. Yeah, I did that before as well at one stage. I'm like, yep. Oh, yeah. I can do this now.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about the cataquacks. I won't get an item there, but it's fine.
Up to you what you want to go for.
I will avoid the cataquack, thank you. Those nasty men. Those nasty men. Just looking to flip me on the beach. Take away my towel, show my bum. Yep. No. Yeah, but I don't know. Mario Kart World, absolutely love it. It's just one of those things where I feel like maybe the 11 years in between and launch title for brand new hardware and a massive price increase might have raised the expectations. Like those are 3 things by themselves that would like expect, I guess, expectations to be raised. And for me, who loves Mario Kart, I absolutely love the game. I'll be playing it for the next 8 years, however long the Switch 2 lasts. It'll be a game that I'm playing potentially weekly. Like it's always a game I'll be going back to, especially with DLC and that we expect to get. Absolutely fantastic. It's just, the idea of an open world Mario Kart game, I think I would have liked and expected a little bit more just from each individual mode. Like I mentioned before, we knew what the battle mode was. They got a whole world to play with. They can make a battle royale where there's like a enclosing circle. It's like Fortnite, like all these other things. And that could be pretty magical. Imagine like 50 player battle mode with like elimination, last one standing. They literally have the world for it. They just got to implement the mechanics and everything to make it work properly, which I imagine would be hard. But they could have done it. It's a very popular genre. I'm sure it would have been worth it for them. But that wasn't done. They've done like the whole, whether there's a story mode or heaps of stuff to do in an open world. They did kind of the bare minimum for that. If this world was created purely for Knockout Tour, just being able to have the variations in going from course to course, and that's fine because Knockout Tour is a fantastic brand new mode, which we're having a lot of fun with. And regular Mario Kart is great, and it's fantastic Mario Kart mechanics as well. But I feel like I'm not going to come into this being like, oh my God, it's the best game ever. But it is a really, really fun Mario Kart game, which I'm having an absolute ball with. But what are your sort of final verdict on the game as far as like 4 days in?
Very similar. Like this is so fun and really good. And yeah, we've been waiting for this for 11 years. And so there's been a bit of build up. There's been a bit of expectations being set in terms of what we wanted out of this brand new entry, because we didn't get one for the Switch because, you know, that port of Mario Kart 8 was so popular. It kind of denied us in a way of getting a brand new entry. And so here we are now finally getting it. And I think it ticks off a lot of things. And that's really great. Like, it feels next gen in certain aspects, but yeah, at the same time, it's like, yeah, just wish the open world was a bit more vivid and there was a bit more to it. I wish there was a couple more modes. You know, there's certain characters that haven't transferred from the first, like from the previous game, that kind of thing. And in a way, we're going from 96 courses to 32 here. So, you know, there's a bit of like a drop in terms of like the number of actual courses you can do. I know this is a bigger world and there's more things in between those courses, but for separate single courses, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has more content at the moment in a way. And so, yeah, I'm very keen to see what DLC they have for this. They got to have something. They have to add more. You know, I'd love to, you know, this wishful thinking here, but I'd just love to see, like, why can't we have a whole Warzone type Fortnite situation on this open island, and you got to, you know, survive, and the circle of elimination gets smaller and smaller, or stuff like that. I just like, let's play around with it a bit more and see what they could do.
Sounds so much fun, doesn't it?
They
Oh
could
my
have some
god,
real fun with that, and I'd love to see Nintendo's angle at what they do with the delivering that Warzone kind of experience, a Fortnite experience like that. And so, yeah, I like this is a great setup. I feel there could be a lot more, and they could really make this a really amazing, definitive Mario Kart experience, which I feel is there already. But this, we know there's things they could do to really round it out and make it that much more better. So, yeah, you're loving it so far. Yeah, like you said, this is going to be something we're going to be playing for hours for the rest of this console's generation. This is a staple. It's loaded onto my Switch 2, downloaded digitally, so I don't have to swap cartridges every time. It's there, it's ready to go, and it'll be used a hell of a lot.
I like to hear it because we will be playing it more often too. Because I think the biggest thing is just like, we had a lot of fun with it, but honestly, if we had our Switch 2 and no games come out and we just loaded up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, had game chat going, we would have had probably just as much fun. You know, it wouldn't have been new, it wouldn't have been everything, but it would have been, hey, look, it would have been having like the same chats and the same, oh, I'm going to get you, and all, you know, all of that type of thing. I think, yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, I think the thing I want most going forward is, like, I don't really care about characters. I know there's a few missing characters like the Koopalings and things, but the main thing for me is they've got their playground. Just give us more things to do in it, more modes, all that type of thing. Like, yeah, an update with like a brand new way of racing that's different to Knockout Tour. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a really kind of interesting twist on it. I'll be interested in that. More battle modes. I'll be very interested in that. More customization to, you know, like the battle modes and like the courses. I'll be very interested in just like more modes. But they also can't introduce too many because they'll split their user base over too many modes and you won't be able to play with anyone. So they've got to be pretty careful with that as well.
I get that for sure. I still like to see a little bit more.
Yeah. I think as well, like just as far as online play, like Josh, when we were trying to lobby up and play together, but also play with others online, it seems like we could create a lobby, but then we could only play with 22 other CPUs. Like, we couldn't just be like you, me, and, you know, just go online together. We couldn't seem to do that.
No,
and I think
that is unfortunate.
I feel like other Mario Karts we could do that. Yeah, because I don't want to play against CPUs. I'd like to play with you, but also we want to test our mettle against the rest of the world. We don't just want to sit in the lobby. And for the most part, we're not going to be able to fill a lobby of our friends with 24 players. Like, don't know if I have that many friends who will be online at the same time. Yep. So yeah, I don't know. We've got, you know, little complaints like that, but for the most part, it all worked fantastically. So very keen to play more. I'm going to probably play some more after we wrap up this phone call. But
very nice.
This game chat.
This game chat we're doing effectively.
Yeah. I just want to bring up like the Switch 2 hardware itself up before moving off. I saw some like complaints just online about it, like it crashing on people and things like that.
Oh.
Like personally for me, I've had no hiccups
Same.
whatsoever.
Yeah, nothing at all.
The closest thing to a hiccup, honestly, and this was concerning, I hope it never happens again, is I was playing a knockout tour. I was in the last 4, and my screen on the TV just went pitch black. I could still hear my audio and everything.
Oh.
But literally, I'm playing knockout tour.
God.
I'm in the heat of the moment, getting towards the end. My screen just goes black for about 5 seconds. I'm like, oh my God, what timing? And when it comes back, then like I didn't go off the course too much or anything. I just went back to it. Oh, thank God.
Weird.
I went back to it. But I thought that was really
Odd.
strange because I still had my sound and everything. But yeah, the picture on the TV just went complete pitch black. So that's the biggest thing to a problem I've had. I don't know whether that was a firmware problem or the TV rebooting after an update. It could have been anything. I don't know. But yeah, that's the biggest thing I've had to a problem. But I've heard other people like what's his name, Taki Udon. He posted on Blue Sky and Twitter saying he put out a post saying like, is anybody having like really bad experience? Mine's crashed like 7 times and all of this. And honestly, yeah, mine has been great. Apart from almost costing me a knockout tour.
Yeah, small price. But yeah, nothing like that. That's still somewhat concerning to hear, though. I hope that's not a widespread thing.
Yeah, me too. Because if that happens every now and again, that's really annoying. But that could have been the TV. That could have been anything. I really don't know. Also, I'm trying to capture from like my new capture card, and like the image is just like way overblown. So I don't know if that's a Switch 2 thing or my Elgato capture card, but that seems like a bit of an annoying thing with HDR. It seems to like blow out the HDR way more, and if I turn it off, it dulls it right down. So I'm like, there's no happy middle ground here. So yeah, but apart from that, just no problems, which is good, especially on launch week.
Yeah,
because you probably would expect like a couple here and there.
Nothing really.
Yeah, it's
That's
been
good.
great.
Yeah.
Been very happy with it, Josh. So over the next 8 years, what are your thoughts on, I guess, you as a gamer, you as a content creator, you as a podcaster? How do you feel about the next generation of Nintendo going forward, and how it's going to affect your life, your content, all of that type of stuff?
Yeah, it's really exciting because these new generation refreshes don't happen too often, and like they haven't been happening often lately because what's been coming from it's been successful. So it's really great because obviously my show's been rebranded now, Nintendo Maniacs. Been really good, well received so far, so that's great to see. And there's some buzz definitely with the Switch 2 out there. So I'm just really excited to sort of cover these releases as they come out and keep it going because there's some good hype and interest around for Nintendo at the moment, and especially because Switch 2's been, I think, mostly well received. Hearing some good feedback. I haven't heard much conversation about the pricing and things like that now that everyone's bought it. So it's kind of one of those things that it was complained about beforehand, but now that they've done it and paid their bill, that I haven't heard much about that going forward. So, exciting times. Got a real buzz about it, and that's buoying me with everything that we're doing here.
Yeah, it feels good just to, like I said, it feels like being home. Just like, all right, I'm on a system now that's like, 1080p handheld. It can put out 1440p, 4K, depending on what the game is. But for the most part, I feel like at least games for the next couple of years, we'll see how they go beyond there. But it just feels like, they'll run at least good enough, hopefully. Yeah. And like if you want that sacrifice to make it portable, it's gonna do it. And for the most part, I probably will want to make that sacrifice to make it portable. Just pick up and play with a couple of kids running around. Like even like the last couple of days, I've just been like having the Switch in the dock just on my TV here. I'm like, oh, I've got a couple of minutes instead of like, finding a bit of a free time on my phone or whatever on YouTube. I was like, let's pick up the Switch and it's just right there. Whereas I haven't really had that because I haven't really loved playing on Switch the last year or so. It's like, I go there for the games. I love how convenient it is, but just pick it up and I feel the wobble of the Joy-Con. And I don't know, stuff like that it bothered me more than it should have. I understand that.
Yeah. The newness, the shine off of it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like with this thing, just like it fixes a lot of the problems I had, and very excited for the future,
that's
and
great.
just like all the third party stuff as well. So no, it feels good. In a couple of weeks, I might be like, no, I want the new ROG Ally now.
That's
I don't think so. Oh, anybody's complaining about the price, look at that one.
Have they revealed it for that?
Not the price, no.
But yeah, be over $1,000. I'm guessing.
Oh, easy, yeah. The ROG Ally, ROG Ally X here is 1,600.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
So
okay.
yeah.
Yep. Lot of
It'll
money.
be that or more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Double the
lot
price
of
of
money,
the Switch too.
Mm. Certainly
well,
is.
there you go.
Because I bought the first ROG Ally and it wasn't that much, but it was a lot. So, and I've gone down that rabbit hole now of like, I've really wanted, like the Switch was so underpowered. I wanted something that was a bit more, I guess, up to snuff when it comes to the tech, like a couple of years ago. And the drawbacks that like those PC handhelds bring is too much. Like not being able to go into a quick sleep mode, and the fans, the updates, everything. It's just like PC gaming in your hand, literally. Like it's like, all the inconveniences and all of that come with it. Like with handhelds, it just needs to be relatively thin and small, and pick it up and press play, and you're off to the races. But until those handhelds can do that, they're both in completely different categories.
Yeah, and they're priced like that because they're not going to sell as many. There's no scale to it compared to what Nintendo does. So it's a very niche thing still.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, because all of them together won't even sell 10 million at the moment, probably.
Yeah, pretty unreal.
So like Steam Deck and all of the others, but it will grow and it will mature as it comes along, and more people will enjoy it. And as Switch 2 ages, we shall see. We shall see. It's a very interesting industry at the moment, just with obviously handheld gaming, whether it's Switch 2 or it's other console manufacturers or it's PC or cloud streaming. That's going to be a massive competition to Switch 2, I feel like, going to the future, where people can just load up a game lightning fast on their phone with a bit of a controller adapter. I feel like that's going to be the biggest sticking point to Switch 2, is just people being able to access games on something they already have for much cheaper and already in their pocket. But until that reality comes, we shall play on Switch 2. And of course, we'll play the Nintendo games there too. Can't get them on your phone. Not yet.
Not legally.
Not legally. It's pretty hard to emulate anything over Nintendo 64 on your phone, though, for the most part. When you do, I guess you could do GameCube. So. Then Wii's a bit pointless on your phone.
Yeah, not quite the same. Yeah.
Could do 3DS, I guess, but I think that's a weird experience too, having those little screens on your little screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So just get a Switch 2.
Get a Switch 2.
Just get a Switch 2. Just do it. So everybody, thank you very much for listening to the House of Mario episode 317. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your time as well, Josh. Because I took your time away tonight after you recorded an episode of Nintendo Mania.
Hey, there it is.
I was about to say, oh no.
Really quite. Oh. Yeah, that's right. I've done it. I did it.
I just missed a syllable, to be fair. Nintendo Mania. I was about to say Nintendo Mania.
Nintendo Maniacs, yes. Yeah, my bad with the delay. Yeah. I apologise for that again, but managed to make it all work. Fitted it all in.
Absolutely. So, Josh, Nintendo Maniacs. What are you talking about this week, mate?
So, yeah, we've just recorded. I've got Ben Trister of Qualbert on. So, we talk about, obviously, we've just had the Switch 2 launch weekend, so we go over that. The hardware, our impressions on all the things, accessories, software. And then, we do the big deep dive into Mario Kart World as well. He's played a bit of Welcome Tour, Ben, so he gave us his thoughts on that. So, check it out. If you're listening to this as well, put that one on as well. Why not?
Put it on. Put it on the feed. Go onto YouTube/Nintendo Maniacs. Do what you have to do to support our good man Josh here.
Thank you.
And if you want to check out my stuff, you can go to youtube.com/iDruby. I've got a couple of videos up there. Unboxing of the Switch 2, unboxing of my accessories. And to all of you people out there who have been asking me, well, what's the grip like? Well, if you listened to the start of the episode, you
Yes.
found out. And if you listened through the whole thing and you got to this point, I appreciate that. Hope you stick around. And also put in the comments of the YouTube video, hey, mate, I stuck to the end of the video and now I know your thoughts about the grip. Thanks
Yes.
for that. Cheerio. Put that in the comments. Or something like it, because obviously that was a very long-winded sentence. But I appreciate it nevertheless. Josh, it's great doing a first episode of our Switch 2 thoughts. We've got a few more years of talking about this system, I dare say,
don't
left
get
in
to
us.
Get
So-
used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get used to it. Get used to those nice sounding clacks of the Joy-Cons. Get
Yeah.
used to that new Switch life.
It's going to be
It's going to
great.
be fun. Yeah. And everybody, appreciate it. But until next time, the doors to the House of Mario, they're closed. Catch ya.